What's up, YouTube? This is Black Guy Senpai, and today I'm going to be coming with my deck profile of Berucrea. Berucrea is probably the deck that I was most excited about in set 13. Yes, even with Blankmire Phantom, which is why I saved this deck for last for the deck profiles that I'm doing from BT 13. After that, I probably won't be doing another deck profile unless it's like a revision or something like that I want to go over with you guys. But yeah, anyway, I was looking forward to this deck for a while, ever since it was shown in the anime. So let's go ahead and get started. Grade 0 does what grade 0s do. If you go second, draw a card. Next, when you ride the grade 1 on top of the grade 0, you Soul Blast 1, which you want to use this first in order to do this skill for if you're going second. If you're going first, it doesn't matter, but you want to do it because this skill is Soul Blast 1. Search your deck or hand for up to a total of 3 Magic cards with different names. Put them into the order zone. If you search your deck, shuffle the deck. If you put 1 or more cards from the hand, draw a card. So no matter if you put all 3 from the hand, 2 from the hand, 1 from the hand, you only draw 1 card. But you want to do it in that order just because if you're going second, you'll lose this because it won't be in your soul anymore. The grade 2 doesn't really, oh, sorry, I skipped a grade. The grade 2, this doesn't have anything to do until you are in grade 3 with Berucrea. So once it gets rode upon, you look at the top 7 cards, choose up to 2 cards from among them, discard them, and shuffle the deck, which helps out a little bit because you can get the order in there, the other magic order that you run in the deck, or other things. And then Berucrea herself, the queen, the goddess. She is, when you play a Grand Magic card or a Grand Magic order or activate the act ability of a magic card in the order zone, which should be twice per turn, choose 1 of your units and it gets power plus 5,000. This is really relevant because the 3 orders, I'm just going to show them now because it'll make a little bit more sense if I do. The grade 1 order, it's you rest it and you give any one of your units power plus 5,000. You add that with Berucrea's, if you activate an act skill for one of these magics, then that's a plus total of 10,000 power on your board from there alone. Your grade 2, you don't really see yourself using this too much. And this one is Grand Magic Voxtel, and then this one is Enhancing Magic Starry King. But this one you don't see yourself using too much just because it has the once per game effect of rest it, draw a card. You usually want to do that on turn 2 so you can keep up the up curve or help yourself with defensive options. And then there's a skill after that where you can draw a card, but you have to discard a card as well. So filtering, people usually don't like to use that. If you want to filter out some stuff or there's something that you just want to put into your drop zone, go for it. And then the grade 3 order, Healing Magic Ex Lunis. And of course, all 3 of these are, you may only have 1 healing magic or whatever the card's name is in a deck. And then when it's in the order zone, this one is you rest it and then you can revive anything that's a non-sentinel normal unit from your drop zone, call it the rear guard. And then you can't rest any other magic, and they all have the bottom skill of you can't rest any other magic cards except by the other ability of a unit with magic caster in its card name until end of turn, which is where Berucrea comes in hand. That's her second skill. You get to Soul Blast 1 and then you rest one of those other cards, one of these 3 cards. Usually the ones that I find myself using the most are these 2. I activate this one, usually just to bring something back out that I may need, a booster or an attacker. And then I use this one to go give plus 10k something on my board. And activating these don't count as using your actual order that you use for Berucrea to actually have her not lose drive checks, which is amazing because just between this and the other magic card that I'm going to show you guys later, it's 15k to the board, which I just usually toss all onto Berucrea. So it's a 28k attacker swinging twice. I got to revive a thing, and usually the things that I revive is either getting plus 15 itself or is going to get plus 10 from its own skills by itself, because I want to try to pressure my opponent as much as possible. And mind you, you could do this all on grade 2. You don't have to, like not lose drive checks. Not losing drive checks is just icing on the cake. And then her third and final skill is at the end of the battle that this unit attacked, counterblast 1, stand this unit, and her drives become 0 until end of turn. Berucrea is amazing because if you go first, your opponent's at grade 2, you're at grade 3 swinging with a 28k Vanguard. First swing is 28k, or you can just swing boosted so that way you can have 36k if you want. She's really, really great. Notice no energy blast so far in the deck, but yeah, that's the ride deck, and Berucrea has a really strong start as to being why, like just seeing these skills was the reason why I was like so excited about playing her, besides the fact that she's Stoicheia. Next, for our grade 3s, just 3 more Persona rides, because everybody needs a Persona ride. Enough said about that. Next, we are going to use our Mythic, however you pronounce it. It is Mythic of Eternity. I'm not going to try to pronounce that, but it is continuous. If you have a Vanguard with Berucrea in its name, this unit gets all of the following, which means you can use it in another deck, but I don't see why you would. Continuous, the card cannot be affected by the continuous abilities of healing magic, blah, 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 from your deck, which means this card, once you tap it to activate it and bring something back from the drop zone, if you just happen to bring this back, it has an ability that says any auto abilities or on-place auto abilities from any unit that you bring back are nullified, which this card itself, the Mythic, is not affected by. Next, it's when this unit is placed on rear guard, counterblast 1, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card with Berucrea in its name, or up to 1 Grand Magic card from among them. So search out your Persona rides, search out your order cards so you don't lose your drive checks, and reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle the deck. If you did not reveal a card, you draw a card. So it's either CB1 to get 1 of 2 specific cards out of your hand, and then if you just happen to miss, shuffle, draw a card, and potentially get the card that you need or something else. And then the final skill from this is when your grade 3 or greater Vanguard attacks, this unit gets power plus 5. So this is what I was talking about when, because Berucrea is going to swing twice, this is going to swing twice, or this is going to swing once. It's going to be a 20k by itself. Just give itself a lovely little booster for 8k, 28k. That's being swung. So you're swinging 28k with Vanguard, 36k with the Vanguard, then 28k with this column, and then with the other column, you're going to be swinging for either 28 or 36. A lot of the attacks from Berucrea stay around that range, which is really nice, but it could be better. So next, I am running 2 Amiable Fairy. This is when this unit is placed on rear guard. If you have a Vanguard with Berucrea in its name, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card from among them, discard it, then shuffle the deck. So it is a grade 2 version of Philander, just based off of that part. Is that part of Philander's skill. Yes, you don't get to look at 2 more cards, or you get to look at 2 less cards, but still it's nice. And the whole ride line has Berucrea in its name, because obviously grade 3 Berucrea, grade 2 Berucrea, grade 1 Berucrea, grade 0 Berucrea. There's never going to be a time currently, looking at you here, Dark States unit that just got revealed, that you're going to be on a grade 0 while you have grade 2s out, or you can bring out grade 2s. So you'll discard the card that you sort out, and then you shuffle the deck, just like Philander. Next auto skill is once per turn, when this unit attacks, if you have grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Berucrea in its name, and this unit was placed on rear guard from the drop zone, this unit gets power plus 15. So by itself, it's 25k. Put an 8k booster behind it, 33. Magic numbers barring any triggers. So I love this card. If I'm not bringing this out, or I'm not bringing this out, it's always going to be one of these 2 on my side columns. Your opponent's got to swing a guard for their life. It is 33 or it's 38, both of which are magic numbers in Vanguard. Next, just because I am not trying out I'm not trying out this 1 card yet, which I know I should. And it'll be fine, I mean, testing this has been fine so far, but I'm running Sea Rumble Brave Shooter. And you know, he's just the energy cycler, so you know, when he's discarded, you counterblast 1 or you energy blast 3, you draw a card, and then when you persona ride, you place him on rear guard, which I never find myself doing. Counterblast 1 or energy blast 3, get a grade 2 or less normal unit with a different card name without Sentinel from your drop or your order zone, and you can call it to your hand. Or you can, if you call a unit from the drop, you call it to the board. If it's an order card, you get it back to your hand. But I never see so far in the games that I have tested this with, I have not used this skill. You can, I mean, because that's just another way of bringing back her or the Mythich. Either or is fine, but I'm just testing this out for right now. And finally, for the grade 2s, I am running the Ace unit, just because it's more power. You get to bring back units just in case, you know, for some reason you're playing against brawlers and they wiped out your whole front row. So, you know, it's good. And then it gets power +5 or power +10 if you have 10 or more cards in the drop. So it's a good unit to have. And again, just testing this out because this is my first build and it's been pretty successful. Now we're on to grade 1s. 4 of the Treetop Bow Hunter Trita. Very cute name. She has a skill of when you play a Grand Magic order card, if you do not have a copy of this card on the board, you get to bring her back, and then she gets power +2k, which is really nice. There's plenty of ways to bring her back, mainly the grade 3 Magic order, because for some reason people don't hit my sides, and if they do, then I just go ahead and bring her back anyway. And then if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard Berucrea in its name, this unit gets intercept and can intercept from the back row. And when this is put on the Guardian Circle, energy blast 3, and this unit gets power +10k. So it's a 15k blocker from the back row. So if you have this, just boosting Berucrea, who Berucrea is swinging for 38 if this was brought from the drop zone. Then your opponent has to deal with the fact of either get rid of it through sniping, or if something can attack from the back row like Tejas, or just some card from Alphard that can kill a rear guard, they're gonna have to try to boost up enough power in order to get this, if they're swinging unboosted, 2 to pass off of the board, which most likely they will not. Next grade 1, we kind of touched on them earlier, but 4 Philanderer. I'm running 4 Philanderer just because it helps me sort through my deck, get my Grand Magic order into the drop zone, or it'll help me get Tritas into the drop zone, or whatever unit that I need in the drop zone, it'll get it there. I love it. And then he is a 18k booster once I get 10 or more cards in the drop zone, which works with the Ace unit, because the Ace unit will get +10k. The Ace unit will be 20, this will be 18, there's another 38 column that your opponent has to stare down. Which, if again, I can get down like up to, I want to say like 6 or 7 cards in my drop zone without guarding, mind you, just through milling by my second turn. Next grade 1, we are running 1 green jeweled beast, just 1, it's cute AF. 2, you soul blast a good amount in order to be able to use this skill to give it the make it a 20k shield. So thought I'd do so. I'm not going to use it for that other skill where you choose one of your units and it gets +5 until end of turn. I'm not going to do that. I'm just doing the skill to make it a 20k shield. All right, and for this, we are running 4 PGs, 1 Elementaria, which is a Blitz order, and then 3 regular Perfect Guards. And of course, you know we had to get the Frame Rare Battle Siren Apocrypha, because 1, everybody knows, that's been a long time viewer of my channel. I love Aquaforce, anything Aquaforce aesthetic. I had to. And if you guys have any more, I needed like 6 more frame rares of this. So go ahead, hit me up. But yeah, anyway, this is mostly for Alphard, because I have people at my locals that want to troll and play Alphard, and then they give Alphard triple drive, and then I'm just like, nope, boop, Elementaria. Otherwise, you need to make sure you have one of these in, well, you can't have one of these in hand because he blocks off Sentinels. In that case, that's where this is gonna come in handy. That's where she's gonna come in handy. But yeah, all joking aside though, just try to make sure that if you're facing up against Alphard, you hold on to that Elementaria. And no, it has not touched me, but it's just a, you know, fair thing to look out for. Next, onto the triggers. We have the Omni trigger because it is, in my opinion, top 3 of the best over trigger in the game. Unfortunately, even though we may not like the over trigger, they are here, unfortunately, to stay for right now. Then, of course, just like with all the rest of my deck profiles, I run 8 crits. Woohoo! Because if you need to know what crits are doing in my deck, then I'm sorry. Next, 3 fronts. 3 effect power fronts. I'm going to be testing out the in soul fronts, just because there are some things where I've gotten close to being out of soul, but just because I kept persona riding, but just don't want to prepare in case I don't get to persona ride for like a turn or two. If I'm not dead already, then you know I'll have at least the extra soul to do my other skills. And then of course we have 4 heals. Of course, we made them all different. We can't have the same little girl out here. And heals are my counter charge because this deck has no counter charge. And before we get to the last card, Protection Twin Cast, because even if we don't use it, we can mill it. And if we mill it and we're on grade 3, it's a 15k shield. So that's pretty nice. I love it. And then the thing that makes this deck what it is: Eternal Grand Magic Segre Los. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If anybody knows the correct pronunciation, please put it down in the comments. This card can be played from the drop. Told you guys a couple of videos ago, there's, you know, there's a lot of cards that can be played from the drop, like all the important cards. And play this if you have you can play this if you have a Vanguard with Berucrea in its name. Your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, and your order zone has 3 or more different magics, which the 3 or different order magics in the order zone, that's not going to be hard. You get that on grade 1. You won't be able to play this until your opponent's at grade 3, so which is why going second for this deck is nice. Going first is even better because you just can't use this. You still do everything else. And then bind this card, and your Vanguard's drive does not decrease. Yeah. So if you're on grade 2 and you swing with Berucrea, oh man, I swung and I counterblasted 1 to restand. Now I don't have any drive checks. If you played this earlier because your opponent's at grade 3, psych! Twin drive. You basically have quad drive. Once your opponent's at grade 3, which is the main reason why I'm not running draw triggers in this deck. But yeah, I love this deck. It is amazing, and I will not hear any slander about it. When the next version of Magic comes out in set 14, I'm going to be playing that deck too, which is why I need more of the PGs. So yeah, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, feel free, reach out down in the comments. If you have any comments about how your build is different and what results you've had, put them down in the comments. I will be glad to listen and read and interact with any and all of you. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.